Hi, welcome to SGT University. I am Dr. Ajay, Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Today we will be learning about tool wear. The knowledge of tool wear is very important for a mechanical engineer to implement his knowledge into industries. Let's start with the meaning of tool wear. Cutting tools are subjected to an extremely severe rubbing process. They are in metal to metal contact between the chip and workpiece under high stress and temperature. The situation becomes severe due to the existence of extreme stress and temperature gradients near the surface of the tool. Tool wear is generally a gradual or progressive process due to regular operation. Tool wear can be compared with the wear of the tip of an ordinary pencil. According to Australian standard, the tool wear can be defined as the change of shape of tool from its original shape during cutting resulting from the gradual loss of tool material. Tool wear depends upon following parameters: tool and workpiece material, tool shape, cutting speed, feed, depth of cut, cutting fluid used, machine tool characteristics. Tool wear results in following output: increased cutting forces, increased cutting temperature, decreased accuracy of produced parts, decreased tool life, poor surface finish, economics of cutting operations. Now let's discuss types of tool wear. The high contact stresses are developed in machining process due to the rubbing action of tool rack face and chips, tool flank face and machined surface. These results in a variety of wear patterns observed at the rack face and the flank face. We call this gradual wear of the tool. The gradual wear or progressive wear is unavoidable but controllable. It is the wear which cannot be prevented. It has to occur after certain machining time. The gradual wear can be controlled by remedial action. The progressive wear can be divided into two basic types of wears corresponding to two regions in the cutting tool as follow: flank wear and crater wear. Flank wear. Wear on the flank face of the tool is called flank wear. The flank wear is shown in figure. It is also a progressive mechanism due to adhesion and abrasion. Flank wear is represented in the length of wear land. Normally, rubbing action takes place on the rack face of the tool, because of which there is a flank wear land. The dominant mechanism is abrasion due to the rubbing action. The characteristics of flank wear are as following. It is most important wear that appears on the flank surface parallel to cutting edge. It most commonly results from abrasive adhesive wear of the cutting edge against the machined surface. It generally results from high temperatures which affect tool and work material properties. It results in the formation of wear land. Wear land formation is not always uniform along the major and minor cutting edge of the tool. It can be measured by using the average wear land size and maximum land size. Reasons of flank wear. Increased cutting speed causes flank to wear grow rapidly. Increase in feed and depth of cut can also result in larger flank wear. Abrasion by hard particles in the workpiece. Shearing of micro welds between the tool and work material. Abrasion of fragments of built-up edge which strike against the clearance face or flank face of the tool. Now let's discuss different remedies for flank wear. Number 1. Reduced cutting speed. Number 2. Reduced feed and depth of cut. Number 3. Use of hard grade of carbide if possible. And number 4. Prevention formation of built-up edge using chip breakers. Now let's discuss which are different effects of flank wear. Number 1. Increase in the total cutting force. Second one is increase in component surface roughness. Third one is also affect the component dimensional accuracy. And fourth one, when foam tools are used, the flank wear will also change the shape of component produced. Now let's discuss the crater wear. Wear on the rack face of the tool is called crater wear. As the name suggests, the shape of wear is that of a crater or a bowl, as shown in figure. The possible mechanism of crater wear is adhesion, abrasion and diffusion. The crater wear measurement can be represented by the given figure. Crater wear can be normally represented by crater depth shown by KT. KB is the width of the crater wear. km is the distance to middle and kl is the distance from starting. Now let's discuss different characteristics of crater wear as following. In crater wear, chips erodes the rack face of the tool. The chips flows across the rack face develop shear friction between the chip and rack face. This produces a scar on the rack face which is usually parallel to the major cutting edge. It is somewhat normal for tool wear and does not seriously degrade the use of tool until it becomes serious enough to cause a cutting edge failure. The crater wear can increase the working rack angle and reduce cutting force, but it will also weaken the strength of cutting edge. It is more common in ductile materials like steel, which produce long continuous chips. It is also more common in high-speed steel tools than the ceramic or carbide tools, which have much higher hot hardness. Now let's discuss different reasons which are responsible for crater wear. Number 1. Severe abrasion between the chip tool interface, especially on rack face, results in crater wear. Number 2. High temperature in the tool chip interface also results in the crater wear. Number 3. Increase in feed results in increased force acting on the tool interface. This leads to rise in temperature of tool chip interface. Number 4. Increase in cutting speed result in increased chip velocity at rack face. This leads to rise in temperature at chip tool interface and so increase in crater wear. Now let's discuss different remedies for crater wear. Number 1. The use of proper lubricants can decrease the abrasion process and so decrease in crater wear. Number 2. Proper coolant for rapid heat dissipation from the tool chip interface results in the reduction of crater wear. Number 3. Reduced cutting speed and feed rates also results in the decrement in crater wear. Number 4. Use tougher and hot hardness material for tool can also result in the reduction in crater wear. And number 5. Use of positive rack tool also reduce the crater wear. As we have discussed types of tool wear, flank wear and crater wear. Now let's discuss about the growth of tool wear. Tool wear is a function of time. Here, flank wear is used as the measure of tool wear. Crater wear also follows the same growth curve. The growth pattern of tool wear can be explained by the figure as follow. Number 1. Rapid initial wear zone. Second one is steady wear zone. And third one is severe or ultimate or catastrophic wear zone. Now let's discuss rapid initial wear zone. Initial, primary or rapid wear zone. Initially, for the new cutting edge, the growth of wear is faster. The initial size is VB is equal to 0.05 to 0.1 mm normally. Since the cutting edge is too sharp, normal load on the sharp edge is high and wears occurs rapidly. The cause of initial or rapid wear are micro cracking, surface oxidation, carbon loss layer, micro roughness for tool tip grinding. Second zone is steady wear zone. After the initial wear, we found that the wear rate is relatively steady or constant. In this zone, the wear size is proportional to the cutting time because after some time of machining, the surface temperatures are sufficiently high which cause thermal softening of the tool. Now let's discuss the third reason, which is severe or ultimate or catastrophic wear zone. In this zone, the rate of growth of wear is much faster and result in catastrophic failure of the cutting edge. When the wear size increases to a critical value, the surface roughness of the machined surface decreases, cutting force and temperature increases rapidly and the wear rate increases. Then the tool loses its cutting ability. In practice, this zone of wear should be avoided. Now let's discuss basic causes of tool wear. There are large number of causes for tool wear, but following three are important to discuss here from the subject point of view. Number 1, abrasive wear or hard particle wear. Number 2, adhesive wear. Number 3, diffusion wear. Let's discuss the type of wears one by one. Abrasive wear or hard particle wear. Abrasive wear is basically caused by the impurities within the workpiece material such as carbon nitride or oxide compounds as well as the built up edge fragments. It's a mechanical type of wear. It is the main cause of the tool wear at low cutting speed. Let's take example of 2 body and 3 body wear for mechanical loss of material by micro cutting action. In case of 2 body wear, one can be considered as work material and another is tool material, which is the case of a cutting operation using a single point cutting tool where tool wear occurs due to abrasion. In case of 3 body wear, except tool and workpiece, third agent is also responsible for abrasion. For example, in case of lapping process, abrasive particles are used and workpiece rotates between 2 plates. Next one is adhesion wear. Due to high temperature and pressure at tool chip interface, there is a tendency of hot chips to weld on the tool rack face. In this mechanism, softer particle transfer to harder body due to welding and rupture. This concept leads to subsequently formation and destruction of welded junctions when the weld intermittently breaks away peaking particles of cutting tool. This leads to accelerator wear. Third mechanism of wear is diffusion wear. Diffusion wear is usually caused by atomic transfer between contacting materials under high pressure and temperatures conditions. This phenomenon starts at tool chip interface. At such elevated temperatures, some particles of tool material diffuses into the chip material. It can also happen that some particles of work material also diffuse into the work materials. This diffusion results in changes of tool and workpiece compositions. There are several ways of diffusions like gross softening of tool, diffusion of major tool constituent into the work, diffusion of work material component into the tool. Now let's discuss effects or consequences of tool wear. The effect of tool wear on technical performance are following. Number 1, increase in cutting forces. Number 2, increase in surface roughness. Number 3, increase in vibration or chatter. Number 4, decrease in dimensional accuracy. For example, if tool wear is rapid, cylindrical turning could result in a tapered workpiece. So today we covered tool wear, and in our next lecture we will be studying about tool life. Keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.